lot happened in Ireland in 1992. Controversial Taoiseach Charlie Haughey resigned and was succeeded by Albert Reynolds, and Michael Carruth won Ireland's first Olympic gold medal in 36 years at the Barcelona Games. And this magnificent Toyota Carina rolled off the production line, and I'm delighted to say it is this car that I am test driving today. Initial impressions are really rather favourable. You would not think that this thing is 31 years old. You really wouldn't. It drives absolutely sweetly. It's really, gearbox is lovely and smooth, steering is accurate and precise. It defies its age. It's fantastic. One thing though that is annoying me a little bit, and it is something that I would soon get used to, the placement of the indicators. So I'm used to the indicators being on the left-hand stalk. So whenever this one here, so whenever I come up to lights or come up to a junction, I'm automatically in my own head going for that stalk. And that's of no use whatsoever because it applies the windscreen wipers. So I'm gonna have to get used to this one here. And actually we're gonna test that now because engage brain, and I'm in the correct lane and I've still got the wipers on from the earlier on misjudgment. So the odometer in the car is currently reading 182,080, 182,080 miles. And in here, I mean, you wouldn't know it had done that kind of mileage. Everything is really rather clean. You know, there's no frays on the interior upholstery. Yeah, there's the odd bit of cracking here on the plastic, but you know, generally speaking, it's in really good condition in here. Now this one is, I'll just pop that one back up there. This is a 1992 plate, as I was saying. So, I mean, I must double check this with the current owner, my mate Leon, but I believe that Carina E's, which is what this is, were built at the Burniston factory, the Burniston plant in Derbyshire in the United Kingdom. But that only opened, I think, on the 16th of December 1992. So, you know, this must be an extremely late 1992 car. Now, I did do a bit of research on Carinas before I came out here, but what I didn't get to was, you know, were Carina E's built anywhere else? Or was it just in Derbyshire? I actually don't know. If you do know, let me know, leave a comment and enlighten me. But if it's the case that they were only built in Derbyshire, we're gonna go right here, then this is a very late 1992 car, so it's just turned 22 in that case. So let's then take a closer look at this old Carina. Now, yeah, look, there are a couple of small paint issues, a bit of lack of appeal there. Certainly no lack of appeal, obviously, because I flippin' well love it. Bumpers are wonderfully black because, of course, black bumpers matter. Pretty low down the old specification range, this car, of course, with the plastic trims, and as I'll show you in a minute, keep fit windows. But she looks really nice at the back. It's the Carina E XLI Lean. Well, that would have said burn at one stage, but it now looks like blurn. Original dealer plates there, which look fantastic. We will, original dealer plate surround, actually. I think that plate is new. Original dealer sticker, 16 valve, and supplied by Dennis Mahoney Limited. So let's get in then and have a little look at the interior and look at that upholstery. How absolutely fantastically period is that? Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, no, I love that. I really want that on my own cars. Let's get in. And immediately you are met by this. It is a big old steering wheel. No airbag. You only would have got airbags on Mercedes, Jaguars, etc. BMWs, Audis, whatever at the time. Not normal civilian transport like this. Some lovely blanking plate action there, because of course it's keep fit windows, and that is incredibly smooth. I'm used to grabbing keep fit windows on most cars and having to heave them and do my arms in, but that's really smooth. 182,077 miles on the clock. That's quite a lot. There's your vanity mirror. Hello. Let's have a look at, I've got no vanity mirror here, of course, because it's poverty specification. Although we do get one for the passenger. Yeah, we have some good T-shelf action up there. No passenger airbag, of course, given the age of the car. Keep fits all around. Lovely centre armrest here, which opens up for a bit of storage space too. And yeah, it does need a bit of a clean, but plenty of you know, you pop your coffee there, and you've got your cigarette lighter and your ashtray, which in this day and age would be great for coins, and your little slot in there for receipts or notes or booklets or whatever. So that's all good. Let's have a look here in the glove box and see what we have. Well, we have a lot in there. We've got the original owner's manual. That's fantastic. Let's have a little leaf through this. Oh yeah, nice, brilliant stuff. Yeah, I love old history. Do really like that. What have we got at the back? Just the index and all the different appendices. What else have we got? We got the service warranty booklet. Let's have a look at this bad boy. See what we've got in here. Hang on a second. Oh yeah, here we go. 1995, look, 3rd of March 95, 7th of July 95, 18th of the 10th 95. Goodness me. 18th of October 94. And look at this then, there was a bit of a gap between 96 and 04, and then all the way down here. Time and belt and tensioner back in 08. I'm sure that's been done since, I would imagine. But yeah, great stuff. I love history. Murphy and Gunn, Rathgar Avenue, Dublin 6. Is that dealership still there, anybody? Anyone know? Look at that. That is fantastic. And we've got loads of other bits of paperwork here and all that. I won't leaf through it, but some more history. And we've got loads of cassette tapes. And we have got a radio cassette player. I'm not sure if this is the original one or not. It doesn't look it, but it might be. It's probably not much older than the car anyway. It looks very 90s to me. It just doesn't look like it fits perfectly in that aperture there. But I did bring a cassette of my own. I'm a big fan of Blur. And this cassette actually came in the post this morning, because I've got a cassette player on the Volvo and on the Peugeot 306. So I thought, you know what, why not? So let's see, does it work? Yeah, it doesn't seem to. I'm probably not going to play with that much more in case it chews my cassette up. But I'm not saying it doesn't work. It just didn't work for me. That is a really lovely indicator noise. Not too quiet, not too loud. That's really nice, that. The current owner of the car, Leon, has warned me that there is a blow on the exhaust. And it does sound a bit rattly down there as well. I wonder if there's a loose heat shield or something. And as well, under duress, when you're accelerating, there's a slight squeal which sounds like a really weak car horn, which is very odd. Sometimes I've been sitting at lights and I've accelerated. I've thought somebody behind me on a Vespa or something, or a little hatchback, has beeped me very gently to usher me on, but I don't think they have done. It's just that there's a strange noise coming from this, from the underneath somewhere. Now, I've entered an industrial estate here because it's, well, I suppose it is busy, but it's a nice straight bit of road until, of course, we come up to this roundabout. And I have to say, the ride quality of the car, it's acceptable. I don't think it's absolutely fantastic. In fact, actually, let's just put the foot down here. We've got a bit of empty road here and do a slight acceleration test. That's second, that's third. It's a 1.6 petrol, it's a Carina, so it ain't no rocket ship. That's fourth. It won't make it to fifth. Let's do some brakes. Yeah, the brakes feel absolutely fine. A lovely purchase there on the brake pedal, and not a whole lot of travel, so that's good. And I am learning to live with the indicator stocks being on what I consider to be the wrong side, but I'm sure anybody that owns a Japanese car will argue that one with me. clutch feels really rather nice. Yeah, I would imagine that's a relatively new clutch probably. There's plenty of pedal travel on it, plenty of meat on that clutch, which is lovely. And the gearbox, it's lovely, silky and smooth as you're navigating through the gears. The temperature gauge is sitting just below the middle, so there's no horrendous barbecuing activity going on underneath that bonnet. Can you hear that strange squealing noise? It's a bit odd. Of course, it's all part of the car's character, and I mean, a car of this age, 32 years old, is going to have an awful lot of character, and it really does. It's got like a little kind of a atmosphere and feeling of its own, and look, you could argue that any car has that, but what I love about cars like this is that, you know, it is, to all intents and purposes, a disposable piece of machinery. It's not a high-end car, it's not a Porsche, it's not a BMW or a Mercedes or an Audi or anything like that. It's, you know, a little old Toyota that was just a perfectly normal everyday car for somebody 32 years ago, and of course for many years since, and it can still perform that function very, very well today, as this road test is proving. But I mean, it doesn't really have any right to still be on the road, does it? It's just it's like having the same toaster for 30 years, or the same washing machine or oven or something. Oh no, I can't go that way, sorry, didn't realise that, sorry. Now I look a bit stupid, don't I? But back to the point, yeah, it just, you know, it's a very ordinary, very mundane car. To me, of course, it's an awful lot more than that, because I love old cars, and I love old unappreciated cars like Carinas, like Corollas, like Yaris's, like loads of old Japanese, French, British, Italian, American, whatever cars. I love the underdog being championed, and that's exactly what this car is. It's just simple, reliable, utilitarian transport, and I just love the fact that this thing is still going. Now, I did do a test drive of one of Leon's other cars roughly a year ago, and that was his 1999 Avensis. And of course, the Avensis is a car that replaced the Carina. And I have to say, there's, as you would expect, an awful lot of similarities between the two cars. They feel very, very similar. I do think this is slightly bigger. It feels a bit bigger. It feels a bit more planted on the road as well. Both of them 1.6 petrol, so I'd probably rather the Avensis's drive, if you like, because it just felt a little bit more sprightly, a little bit more reactive when you put the foot down. Comfort wise, both of the cars are very, very similar. I absolutely adore this upholstery pattern that we've got here. Look at that, it's absolutely wonderful. Very, very much, that's a brick in the road, goodness me. Or was it a big lump of briquette? It was something anyway. Sorry, back to this wonderful upholstery. It is just fantastic, isn't it? I want clothes that look like that. I want that in the bedroom. Oh, it's brilliant. Now, of course, this car being a 1.6, it's probably more naturally suited to motorways, dual carriageways, A roads, that kind of thing. But, you know, flying through different town situations here, I have to say, it's handling it absolutely fantastically. As mentioned before, we've no kind of overheating issues. It's lovely, nimble, and very, very easy to drive, which is exactly what you want when you've got rush hour traffic at 57 minutes past 3 on a Monday afternoon. So that then concludes my test drive of this fantastic 1992 Toyota Carina E. I've thoroughly enjoyed this. It's been a lovely drive, and you know, every time I drive one of these old Japanese cars, I always think I'd really, really love one, and that is of course the case today. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye out on done deal and adverts going into the future. Yeah, what a thoroughly pleasant, charming old thing. I hope it's got many, many years of life left in it. I want to say big thanks then to Leon, my mate, for letting me drive it. And of course, he let me drive his, as I mentioned earlier on, his Avensis last year as well. So yeah, kudos to him. Thank you very much. I will put links to his Instagram pages in the description below, and I'll pop the details on screen there. But yeah, that's all for now then. So thanks very much for watching. Keep an eye out on the channel. There'll be plenty more old car content to come then in the coming weeks. Thank you. Okay then, so just to clear a few things up then from that Carina video, now on the way home from videoing it, and look, I know I've said it, but thanks Leon a million for letting me drive it. It was a wonderful old machine. Just a couple of things to clear up. So I was chatting to him about the location it was built and all that. So he was telling me he does know his Toyotas, fair play to him, that the vehicle identification code, I think, in the engine bay gives it away. So that one there was actually Japanese built in the, I think he said the September of '92, as far as I know. So not UK built, not built at the Derby factory after the 16th of December '92, which is when that place opened. So yeah, really glad that I now know that, thankfully. And as well, I just want to clear up the situation with the previous owner. So it was doctor owned originally from '92 until '96. There's a '97 Fiesta there, abandoned. That's a shame. They're nice, those. Yeah, sorry. So it was owned by a doctor first from '92 until '96, then a family in Malahide. So I think it was actually the mother's car, and then she sold it then to her daughter. So I know on the review video I said I think it was a bloke that owned it. It was actually a mother and daughter combination. Just to trace back the lineage of that car, and he bought it about a year ago. So that it's just a little update on some Carina facts.